Well, it happened. And quite frankly, I can't say I'm surprised, although I am disappointed. Hamvention 2021.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you for joining the channel today. My name is Jason. I'm KC5HWB. On this video series, we do reviews, news, and how-tos of things that are new in amateur radio. And unfortunately, Hamvention being canceled is not new because they did it last year. Now they've done it again this year. Now, this is not a fault of Hamvention themselves. This is not a thing that like, oh, these guys are just tired of doing it. I think they're probably more disappointed than any of us are, if that's possible. If that's possible at all, I think that maybe they're more disappointed than anybody because I know how much they like doing their own show because I've talked to them about it directly. So this article came down, well, today, actually. I caught this on Steve Goodgame Ham Radio. He went live today, and I'm like, what's he doing going live? And I clicked on it, I'm like, oh, he went live like 8 minutes after this happened. So I told him, I said, dude, I got to do a video on this too. I hope you don't think I'm copying you. He's like, nah, man, go for it. It's all good. But I'm not doing this live. I'm going to upload this later. But here it is, the facebook.com/Hamvention web page. I'm going to click on see more there. Hamvention 2021 cancellation release. Unfortunately, several setbacks in recovery from COVID-19 pandemic make necessary the difficult decision to cancel Hamvention 2021. Hundreds of volunteers have been working to do everything necessary to bring this Hamvention to the many amateur radio enthusiasts and vendors who support Dayton Hamvention. Vaccine distribution, both the United States and around the world, is lagging behind what was planned. Now, what I have said before is this show is a little bit different because there's so many people who come to this show from all over the world. I've told the story in the past about how the first time I ever went to Hamvention, I stayed at a hotel. This was back when it was at Hera, and I picked my hotel to stay in, flew there from Texas, picked my hotel to stay in based on the bus route system in Dayton, because there was a bus stop right in front of my hotel, so I'd get on the bus and ride the bus to Hamvention and spend 12 hours there and then ride the bus home. That first day that I was on the bus, I had my, well, no, I guess it must have been the second day because I had my Hamvention badge on. There was a guy on the bus with me, and he's like, hey, you're going to Hamvention? I said, yeah, and so we got to talking. He's a ham from New Zealand. New Zealand! He was a ham radio operator from New Zealand who came in so that he could work at Bob Heil's booth at Dayton Hamvention and attend Dayton Hamvention. So this show, since this is a global pandemic, this has been a global pandemic, this show gets hit that much harder because there's so many people, not only because there's so many people there, but there's so many people there from outside of the country. Now, they could probably do it and just say, we're going to have less people because people don't want to fly overseas right now. But in reality, as disappointing as it is, this is probably the correct decision from a standpoint of just personal and social responsibility. An argument could be made both ways, but just, Hamvention is not equally affected the way other Hamfests are due to all the people who attend from outside of the United States as well as inside of the United States and who are all packed into that room together. So reading further here, vaccine distribution both the United States and around the world is lagging behind what was planned. In addition, the emergence of a more communicable form of COVID-19 virus increased the potential for further public health problems in the last few months. We make this difficult decision for the safety of our guests and vendors. Those who had their tickets deferred last year will be deferred again this year. Stay tuned for information about a QSO party for the Hamvention weekend. We will be back next year. Executive Committee, Dayton Hamvention 2021. Well, they said last year they'd be back next year. And now they're saying this year they'll be back next year. So, again, no detriment, no harsh words to say about the folks at Hamvention. I think they have made this decision based on, like they said, the best interest of their vendors and ticket holders. Okay? It's a tough position to be put in, quite frankly. I wanted to do a Ham Radio 2.0 get-together for like a Parks on the Air weekend or a Beaches on the Air weekend down in Galveston. I've been talking to some people about that. And I don't want to organize it to be too big of an event because I don't want to be responsible for someone actually contracting COVID. You know, I'm not forcing anyone to fly anywhere, but if I have an event, just like them, if they have an event and if people go there and people get sick, then there's always going to be those naysayers out there. Well, yeah, if you would have canceled your event, this person wouldn't have gotten sick. And while that is probably true, it's also true that if they have the event, no one's forcing ticket holders and vendors to attend the event. If someone's afraid of attending the event, afraid of getting COVID, afraid of traveling, they don't have to attend Dayton Hamvention. Dayton Hamvention can take place with a smaller number of people this year, and it could be successful, although not as much as in years past, I'm sure. But if someone got sick, or a large group of people got sick, Hamvention, even though not really directly responsible, because again, no one's forcing the ticket holders to travel and come to the event, but they could be responsible. I understand. It's a difficult situation to be put in. No matter what side of the fence you're on, you say personal responsibility, do what you want, which is more the side I lean towards. Or it's like, no, they need to cancel this to be socially responsible to their customers, which I agree with that point of view also. So I guess I'm kind of torn about it. But anyway, sucks. No good. First it was Hamvention last year, then it was Huntsville, then it was Hamcation this year. And then Hamcom got ixnayed completely. I still need to talk to those guys. And now Hamvention's canceled again. I don't know, guys. At some point in the future, we're going to have a Hamfest again. And even if it's a small regional show, I suspect you will have people coming from miles and miles around just to go to a Hamfest again. Oh, wow. Y'all stay safe out there. Get on the air. GOTA yourself this weekend. Get on the air, GOTA. And hope to catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Put your comments below. 73 and stay virus free.